The Nigeria Customs Service has suspended the sale of seized food items over a stampede that claimed lives at its old zonal headquarters in the Yaba area of Lagos State, southwest Nigeria, last Friday. A spokesperson for the Customs, Abdullahi Maiwada, announced this in a statement. The Customs, on Friday 20th, 2024, said it would dispose of seized food items to cushion the hardship and cost of living in the country. To start with, the Customs disposed of food items at its Yaba office last Friday in the presence of all the security agencies like the men of the Nigerian police force. Now, to discuss this, I am joined by strategy consultant Dipo Oyewole. Thank you for your time, Dipo.
Thank you for having me.
Let me start off by asking, what is your general assessment of the distribution or the sale, subsidized sale of food items, that seized food items by the Customs?
Well, honestly, I personally have mixed reactions with it, because other people will tell you that they were seized from legitimate business owners. Other people will tell you they weren't seized from legitimate business owners. Other people will tell you that they're providing a civic duty to the people, saying that they're selling these items at a very subsidized rate. But different strokes for different folks. But we're here right now, and so far I would commend the sale of the items at a subsidized rate, because it's also helping to cushion the effect of the economic hardship that a lot of people are feeling in the country right now. So for me, it's a step in the right direction.
Now, unfortunately, there were reports of stampede and lives were lost in the process. What do you make of the process of the sale itself?
Yes, so that's where I personally have a challenge with them, because one of the major challenges we have in our government system is lack of process management. Now, there is no reason why the process couldn't have been smooth. For a place like Lagos State, there is no reason why it shouldn't have been well organized. The Customs Service is a federal government agency. They report to the federal government, and there's no reason why they couldn't have collaborated with the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to begin with. Today, we say we have a social register. Where is that register? Is it being implemented? We have some at the state level. Have they been able to see how they can collaborate with the governor at the state level? Go to the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs in Lagos State. Have they been able to collaborate with them? No, they've not done that. But now they're saying that they are pausing the entire exercise. And we're hoping that it is for them to rework the entire thing to see that it's a lot smoother. Now, I would personally recommend that. Everyone knows that we have 20 local governments in Lagos State, 37 LCDAs. There is no reason why we cannot have people go to their respective local governments of residency, have their names written down while they're able to prove that they're residents of Lagos State, and then we can have people from the local governments go get those items for them from the Customs office, instead of them having to go to local government, write their names, and then having to go to Yaba again to get the items from the Customs office. And if the idea is that they want everything to be centralized, while you're writing the name down at the local government, you'll be given some form of slip or some form of verification to show that, yes, you're duly registered at the local government, so that when you get to the Customs office, they have everything lined up a local government. So you know what is allocated to your local government, and then you can access it a lot easier. But having the issue of stampede and loss of life over getting food items like this, it is very tragic, and we do not want to see anything like that any longer.
Now, let's look at the overall approach of the government, palliative approach of the government, both in policy and also commodity, to sort of ameliorate the sufferings of Nigerians. How long do you think this can hold?
Well, for me personally, as I understand the concept of palliatives are meant to be temporary. They're not supposed to be indefinite. The whole idea behind palliatives should be, or ideally should be, while you have palliatives in place, you have strong policies and executing them at the same time in the background to ensure that the palliatives don't take longer than usual. So palliatives are supposed to be a stopgap measure. And if you say something is a stopgap measure, the idea is so that whatever you're putting in place in permanence should be done swiftly and should be done effectively. So the palliative system right now is quite welcome. I would say that the government should be hasty with whatever permanent features they're trying to put in place to ensure that this palliative system does not drag on for too long, because either we like it or not, whatever resources we're using in the palliative system is also taken from the purse of the government. Oh yes, it is going to the people, but can we deploy some of these resources to ensure that we have a lot more permanency with regards to cost of living, how people live more comfortably within our systems? Yes. So I would say that I expect the palliative measures to be a stopgap measure, and we hope that the government themselves are being hasty in their approach to see that it doesn't drag on for too long. Because ideally, the entire principle behind palliative measures is that it doesn't run indefinitely. There must be a time to halt it.
Jikbo Oyewole, a strategy consultant, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.